California Trail Map Product Comparison. Advantages of California Trail Map include that it's a complete map that covers all trails, not just popular trails in popular areas. It's geographically accurate because it's a result of a concentrated effort that utilizes modern mapping technologies. It isn't based on crowdsourcing or old data. California Trail Map indicates regulations for hiking, biking, horseback riding, off-highway vehicles, and street-legal vehicles. It has 7 zoom levels to provide an abundance of information without cluttering small screens. Road and trail names are included whenever possible. The bold visual style makes the map easier to view outdoors and on small screens. There are 3 versions of the map included. The land boundary map uses the background color to indicate the agency that manages the land. The topo map uses a gradient to indicate the slope. The transparent map doesn't have a background, so it can be displayed on top of satellite imagery or another map. PDF maps are limited to popular areas. They aren't as geographically precise as a true GPS map that allows you to zoom in for fine detail and greater accuracy. They're only a single layer, so they're limited the amount of information that they can provide, and they're difficult to use on small screens. PDF maps are usually made by an organization with a vested interest, so they reflect the proper regulations. Forest Service visitor maps are sometimes an exception to this. Read the fine print to make sure that the map depicts motor vehicle regulations. GPX files provide incomplete coverage. They're bits and pieces of a bigger picture. The data often isn't geographically precise because it's either submitted by users or it's government data that wasn't intended to be exact. They're a single layer, so they often turn into a blob when you zoom out. Most importantly, GPX files aren't a map. They don't provide a visual style, background, points of interest, or the ability to control the display based on the zoom level. Open Topo Map is used by Gaia, LeadNav, Offline Topo Maps, ViewRanger, and several other apps. It provides incomplete coverage because it's crowdsourced. It isn't the result of a concentrated effort to create a complete map. It's the result of people uploading random data, which leaves a lot of gaps and room for error. Regulations can be inaccurate because the data is submitted by people without domain knowledge or concern for regulations. The map has multiple zoom layers, but trails and roads are difficult to see without zooming in closely. Road and trail names are often omitted. U.S. Geological Survey Topo Maps are used by BackCountry Navigator, CalTopo, Gaia, Offline Topo Maps, and several other apps. The maps were created between 1947 and 1992. This means that the road and trail data is between 25 and 70 years old. Coverage is incomplete because a lot has changed over time and capturing trails was not their primary objective. Regulations are inaccurate because the maps are so far out of date and they were never intended to depict regulations for bicycles, horseback riding, or off-road vehicles. The map isn't geographically precise because older technology was used to create the data. Road and trail paths have also changed over time. It's only a 3-layer map, so it isn't useful for navigating from a high level. All of the GPS maps on the market are created by combining publicly available data that contains a lot of erroneous information. Most providers aren't creating new data and they aren't even verifying that their map is correct. The visual designs of some GPS maps can also make them difficult to use. No other map compares to California Trail Map. Its exclusive trail data can't be beat. It's the only modern map that's a result of a concentrated effort. It's the only map that can be overlaid on top of satellite imagery or another map. It's the only map that indicates all public land boundaries. Watch the California Trail Map demo for more detailed information or visit the website to purchase.